traverse through 3D arrays. Array is of 2 dimensions. So how you can do it? Have you ever found yourself scratching your head over how to traverse a 3D array in Python? Then you are in right place. In today's video, I'll break down the process step by step, making it easy to understand and apply in your own projects. Whether you are a beginner or looking to sharpen your Python skills, this tutorial will help you to navigate through 3D arrays like a pro. So let's dive in and make the Python a bit less puzzling. So as you can see on the screen, we have today's topic, that is how to traverse through 3D arrays. Now, what is array? We have seen into our previous tutorial. If you haven't already, please make sure to click on the I button and see the video. I have opened my Jupyter notebook and here I am importing NumPy. Okay, so NumPy as NP. I can give any name. It is just a alias for NumPy. Here I am creating a TMP array, which is np.a array, and then over here I will be writing my array into the square brackets. That is how I will be writing it. So this is my array. Okay, now consider this is my array. Now if I want to print it out, how I can print? We have seen already loops, for loops, how for loops works. Okay, so we are going to use it. So for I in, then I'll say what? TMP, and then I'll put colon and then hit enter, and then I'll write print, and inside it I'll write I. Okay, now by using this I can print out all my values. So how I can execute it? I'll be pressing shift plus enter together, and then this is how I can traverse through my elements. Now this is one dimensional array, okay, where all the numbers are in one dimension. Now if let's consider a situation where the array is of 2 dimensions. So how you can do it? So I'll create a 2-dimensional array. How we can create it? We will put another square bracket over here, then inside it I'll put comma, and then I'll hit enter just to make it easy for you to understand. Okay, so this is how my second array looks like. Okay, now if I try to use the same logic over here, what I will be getting? See, now if I execute it, you can see that it is giving me the result in this way, whereas it is printing me the array. I don't want to print the array, I just want to utilize every element which is inside the array. Okay, so I want to process 98, I want to process 76. How I can do? For that I will be using a nested for loop. We have already seen the concept of nested for loop, which have loop within a loop. So this is my first loop. I'll be creating another loop. J is in, and then I'll say I, because I am traversing through the every element. Okay, now if I execute it, now you can see, do control shift. Now you can see I have executed it and it is giving me the result as 98, 76, 54. All the elements are going to be traversed. So this is how I can traverse for 2D array. For 2D array. Okay, for 2-dimensional array, 2D array. This is how I can traverse for 2D array. Now imagine a situation where you have 3-dimensional array. So what you will do? So for that, again I will be doing a comma over here. I'll just put a comma and then hit enter, and then add another array. Okay, so here I will be adding this array. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, now I have to add this square bracket over here and one more square bracket over here, just to make it 3-dimensional array. Now if I try to traverse through this for loop, nested for loop, will I be able to? No, I won't be, because it here what it is going to do, it will going to accept this as one element, this as one element, and this as one element, and then it is showing me all the three elements. Okay, consider this as a one element. Okay, one set of element. Don't consider it as an individual set of elements. No, it is one element. So to traverse to these three elements, I again need to have a nested for loop. Okay, so loop within loop, loop within loop, and within loop, within loop. So now we have seen we have a loop, then inside it we have a loop, and then we are printing it. Now here we will be having three loops. Okay, so I'll just copy it and I'll hit enter, and I'll just comment out this part. So I'll just select it, and the commenting of all the lines you can press question mark and control. Okay, so that is how you can comment it out. Now here we have ij. Now I will be writing for k in j. Now here see, here I am using I with temp, then in the next line I am using I over here. Now in the next line I'll be using this j. Okay, so this logic is simple. Okay, I'll just put semicolon over here because here my logic ends, and then I'll just write, hit enter, so it comes inside it. Because see, here we don't have square brackets or curly brackets to manage the functionality of a particular function. So we need to keep in mind that whenever we are starting any particular block of code, we should have a proper spacing, because spacing is the most important factor in Python programming. It is very simple, but you need to have spaces in mind while you are writing it. Okay, now if I execute it, control shift, no, I'll write k over here, and then I'll press shift enter, and then if I execute it, you can see that I am getting the list of all the elements which are present inside my loop. Okay, so this is how I can print it out. Now let's suppose you have 5-dimensional array, 6-dimensional array. At that time, what you are going to do, because every time writing loops within loop is not going to help you. Ultimately you need a concrete solution so that it will be easy for you. Okay, and Python is well known for its simplicity. Okay, so if you want to do that, you can simply comment out this part, and in one line you can write for I in, and then you will write np dot n dimensions, then iter iterator, and then you will write tmp, then over here then you will write colon, and then you will hit enter, and then you will write print. Okay, and then you will write I over here. Now if I try to execute it, you see rest of my code is commented. So if I try to execute it, will it execute? Yeah, it is executing. You see, this is the result which I am getting. This is the result which I am getting. So if I want to have a 3D or 4D or 5D or 6D, whatever arrays you have, you just need to use this function. This is the most important and most powerful tool which is available in Python, so that you can read it, write it, and use it for your simplicity and for accessing all the elements. Now tomorrow if you change the dimension, okay, you from 3 to you just make it true. So I delete it, I'll just put it like this, and then from here I'll delete this. If I try to execute, will it execute? Yes, it is executing, and you can see it is giving me the result. I don't need to change my logic. I'll just changing my input, and on the basis of the input, values are getting changed. I'll just copy it and again paste it twice so that you can get the idea how it works. So this is your 3-dimension array. Now again I have changed it to 3-dimensional array, and if I execute it, now you see it is giving me the all the results. So that's how it works. All right, now if I want to see the dimension as also, then I will write nd enumerate, and once I execute it, you can see it is giving me the indexing. Okay, if I want to get the indexing, I will be using nd enumerate. So this is how you can get the indexing. Now if I want to get the elements also, I will write this, and here I can get the elements. Okay, now see, 0th index, first and second. In the 0th index, on the 0th number I have 98, then on the 01 I have 001, I have 76, then on the 002 I have 54, 003 I have 3, and 009 or 004 I have as a element. Now if I want to see, so this is my 0th row, first row, second row. So in second row and on the fourth, so second and fourth, my ninth is placed over here. So that is how we can do it. Okay, all right guys, that's all for today. If you like the video, please subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you get notified whenever we post a new video. See you tomorrow.